The brains behind the fund that's crushing the market this year shared three stocks, driving their outstanding gains. Neuberger Bertelsmann's small cap growth fund is outperforming its benchmark this year thanks to a handful of healthcare and tech stock. Two of the fund's managers recently spoke to Business Insider about their strategy and some of their top stocks. Investors looking for under-the-radar stock can find a fertile ground in the small-cap universe. In that space, companies worth between 200 million to 2 billion receive much less attention than the FANG stocks, for example, and the fund managers who perform best are able to jump on a stock that have catalysts that market has not yet recognized. This sums up the strategy of Neuberger Bertelsmann, a small-cap growth fund, and its manager. The 100 million fund has appreciated by 28% this year, outpacing the 11% gains of the benchmark Russell 2000. It's also the best performing fund this year across the firm. We love it when almost nobody follows a company on the street and we do our own research and then they find out about it later. A fund manager told Business Insider if it's a good story, the stock price moves up. Turek also attributed the fund's performance to its relatively flat management structure. Unlike other funds, Turek and his colleagues don't have to run every stock pick by a head portfolio manager. It was a much quicker way for ideas to get into the portfolio if we gave the authority to the sector analyst to actually institute trades. He said, we run the portfolio with almost zero cash, so when a new idea comes up, something else in the portfolio has to be moved out. What they won't buy, however, includes companies in commodity-based sectors like material, chemicals, and others that they don't have an edge on. The stock with the biggest weights in their portfolios are in healthcare and tech. Here are three of them. This company is one of three big players in the roughly 500 million market for breast implants and reconstruction surgery in the US. According to Marco Meoni, another fund manager, its stock is up 155% this year. A fire ravaged Sientra Brazilian manufacturer's plant in 2015, but Meoni sees the company recouping its lost market share in the breast implant market over time. What he really bullish about, however, is a product called Mira Dry, which aims to treat excessive underarm sweating, a condition known as axillary hyperhidrosis. Mira Dry's treatment destroys the sweat glands in armpits and promises to deal with problems like stain on white undershirt. The procedure lasts for an hour, although side effects like soreness and tingling may linger for weeks. Meoni said Botox, an alternative treatment, is less desirable than Miradry because it involves several doctors' visits and pricks. Sientra's return on investment is quick, he said, as the company can recoup the cost of one of its machines within a year by treating one patient a week. We also see a path towards doubling of the stock over time if the Miradry rollout comes out very similar to what Cool Sculpting, a fat reduction treatment, did for Deltic. Mahoney estimated that the market for servicing patients who need to treat hyperhidrosis as a medical condition, not just those who want to sweat less, is about 1.5 billion. Chegg. The company first earned its reputation as a place where students could buy or rent discounted textbooks. Chegg still promises that a student can save up to 90% of full prices, but has expanded its services into what Trick said called an Uber for tutors. That's a reference to the independent contractors who assist students uh, in subjects ranging from algebra to medieval philosophy. What parents isn't going to pay $20 a month to have their kids do a better job in school and get better grades? And over time, they will probably add more services to the product line. He sees the company's success as a stemming from word-to-mouth marketing among students and the ease of using the product. What also makes Chegg attractive is the size of its addressable market. They currently have like 2 million subscribers, so you don't have to be particularly heroic in your assumption of what the subscriber growth could be. Chegg stock has gained 89% this year. The company reported 32 revenue growth in the second quarter, while subscribers increased by 45%. RingCentral, with a market cap of 7 billion, provides companies with cloud-based telephony, messaging, and video conferencing. Its appeal to Zurich stems from making these essential services cheaper for companies. In a traditional setup, companies need to invest in a so-called private branch exchange that allows many staff members to share a single number. A PBX also routes callers to the appropriate extension and allow them to leave voice messages. A company like Ring basically hosts all of your services for you, so you don't have the capital expense, you don't have the IT staff on board, and you can very easily manage consumption of various communication. He added that the company carved out a niche by marketing to small to medium sized businesses and is scaling up to a larger corporation. This company is one of the largest holdings in the small cap funds portfolio and has surged 156% since it was first added in July 2017.